Hi, I'm Regina McCann, Hess, founder of Forge Wealth Management, and I have a friend with me today.
Hi, I'm Diane Miller. I am the Senior Sales Manager at AVE by Corbin Communities. I'm very happy to be here and to be a friend of Regina.
Well, I have to say, Diane and I have networked a lot together, and Diane works for the AVE properties, in particular AVE Malvern, and they are a great friend to Forge Wealth Management. We've hosted a lot of meetings there and workshops, and you couldn't make it any more comfortable than I can imagine it being.
Oh, well, thank you. It's my pleasure. I love having you there. My door's always open. It's a great organization to support and partner with.
That's awesome. Now, how long have you worked with them?
Oh, man. I have been with AVE for a little over 4.5 years now. My role has expanded, but I've always been out of the AVE Malvern property.
Okay, and tell me, what do you do in your day-to-day role?
That's what I love about my job. I do not have necessarily the same day twice. So in property management, our foremost responsibility is taking care of the residents, making sure everyone's happy. My job is more along the lines of the leasing side and the creativity side and the marketing and social and the event planning side and partnering with local organizations and companies such as yourself. So.
And you do it well. You do it so well.
Oh, yeah, she's wonderful. Yes, thank you. I have a great community. I have a great property. I have great partnerships with organizations. When you have all those tools in the right place, it just falls into place. So
And I will say that the AVE properties are spectacular. Spectacular. Every time I'm there, I kind of wonder if I could rent an apartment. These places are beautiful.
It's hard to go home some days. Yeah, when I know what's waiting for me at home with the chaos, which is kind of our conversation that we're having today. It is hard to go home. They are beautiful properties,
So tell me about that. Let's talk about
the
work
chaos.
And home. Yeah, the chaos. Well, so we are women and we work and we are professionals, but we're also moms.
Right.
And that's what we kind of live in chaos.
Yes.
Chaos is our everyday. So tell me, how do you balance it?
Oh, wow.
Because you still have littler ones than I do.
I do. So I have a little girl who's in kindergarten and a little boy who's in 3rd grade. A lot of responsibilities at home and a lot of responsibilities at work. So the ultimate question of how, I think, is yet to be completely defined. But it's how you manage it internally that makes it easier not to jump off the ledge every single day. You have to embrace the chaos and take a step back from the chaos when you are getting overwhelmed. And look at the messy house, and who cares about that? Yeah. Who cares about that? You really just need to think of it on a bigger picture and stop focusing on all the things that you really need to take care of that you haven't gotten a chance to take care of yet.
Yep, focus on the priorities.
That's it. Yeah. Then I think the hardest part about that in focusing on the priorities is to understand the other priorities of other people. For example, your kids' priorities or your spouse's priorities and your work's priorities and your own priorities. So everything may seem important, and you may not want to miss that basketball game because you have a really important job at work, but to your child, that could be such a big priority. So taking the priorities on different levels of what it means to that particular person that you are so important to be there for. So that's what's really hard.
Wow.
Oh, is that good?
That is good stuff. Oh, that is impressive. Yeah, so then it's the matter of getting everything in order of priority for you to combine all that together and see how the day needs to go from there.
That's right. And I think it's also very important. The weeks just get so busy, and before you know it, it's Friday. Taking that step on Sunday, being like, this is what we have this week. This is what you have this week. And you, the other kid, and you, the spouse, and you, other family members, and charity work. And this is all important. But how do we prioritize time management and use the resources you have, the help and the parents and God bless grandparents?
Oh, yes.
It's just so important to plan because when you're in the moment, it's so easy to get lost in the moment and just feel totally overwhelmed. And when you're overwhelmed, you're not helpful to work or at home. So yeah, planning, preparation, organization is definitely, I'm saying that, but my husband would be laughing right now. My organization isn't the best. I leave it to him to do that.
Well, it's organized to you.
Yes, indeed it is. Yeah.
That is awesome. And then, so do you have one of those family planners, a family calendar, or do you just put everything on your calendar to coordinate?
I don't. In the summer, because camps are all over the place, I have a chalkboard for each kid that says, this is Monday, you're at this camp this way. I don't necessarily have like the planner, and the electronics thing is a little bit above me. But yeah, so I need to have it by kid, by day, by week, because it changes that often.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Now, you have the kids, you have your husband, you have your career. Is there time to think about what's important for you as a woman, what's important for you as part of your family, and as a mom, as far as financial goals and financial planning? What would come to your mind when you think about those items?
Those items can be an area of stress, absolutely, but it's also so important to be on top of those areas, because one of the things that I think is important with being a working mom is for my kids to understand why I'm at work. Other kids' moms home, well, this is why I work, to give you this kind of life and stability and future planning. This is why I have to spend so much time devoted to making sure that my career is a success, because I want it to be planned and organized and fruitful for you in the future. Because our financial planning isn't about us necessarily. It is, but it's also about our children's future as well. I will admit that my husband's way better on the finances side, but I am a big role player in the contribution side of things. Yeah.
Yes, I love to hear that. I love to hear that.
But it's very important, because my goal is that I will be able to retire putting my children in a good position for their adulthood and what they want to do, but also to be cautious but not deprived of the luxuries. I worked hard. I want to be able to have a relaxing and comfortable, again, cautious retirement. So it's one thing to be prepared and planned for your children, but you also want to make sure that you have that retirement that you're envisioning and that you're working so hard for right now to one day reap those benefits. So it's very important.
Absolutely. You couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, good.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
I enjoy all of our interactions together, and I can't wait to do some more activities and workshops and come to your AVE Malvern and spend more time with you.
Oh, you are always, always welcome, Regina. It's just absolutely wonderful. And one other quick thing, when you first start getting into your profession, you think retirement and putting money away, and it seems like such a distant thing. But as you get into years of work, retirement is a huge, huge trophy at the end of the line, and you start thinking, I love to work, but what the future holds, and you have to plan for it, or it's not possible. And then all this work that you're doing is just kind of an afterthought. So
yeah, or you would be working a lot longer than you wanted to.
Exactly. And I still need to get on the beach in some kind of bathing suit at some point. But yeah, thank you for having me, Regina. You're awesome. You're a wonderful partner. I really appreciate you having me here today.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
This is a great way to kick off our new year.
Yes.
Happy 2020.
Happy 2020.